Hello everyone, welcome back to Expert Medical Coding. In today's video, we are going to learn Chapter 4 Guidelines, Part 6. Let me first go through the guidelines and then I'll explain them in more detail. So let's get started with the guidelines. Assigning and sequencing secondary diabetes codes and its causes. The sequencing of the secondary diabetes codes in relationship to codes for the cause of the diabetes is based on the tabular list instructions for categories E08, E09 and E13. Now that we have read the guideline, let's understand this in more detail. Sequencing of secondary diabetes codes depends on tabular list instructions, which determine whether the underlying cause or diabetes should be coded first. Let us see an example here. The patient is diagnosed with diabetes mellitus due to acute pancreatitis. For this, we need to first code K85.9, acute pancreatitis unspecified, then E08.9, diabetes mellitus due to underlying condition without complication. Why this sequencing? Because if you go to E08 category, there we can find code first instruction. Code first pancreatitis. So based on this, we need to first assign K85.9, acute pancreatitis unspecified, and then E08.9 code. Let's continue with the next guideline. Secondary diabetes mellitus due to pancreatectomy. For post-pancreatectomy diabetes mellitus, lack of insulin due to the surgical removal of all or part of the pancreas, assign code E89.1, post-procedural hypoinsulinemia. Assign a code from category E13 as the principal or first step diagnosis and a code from subcategory Z90.41, acquired absence of pancreas as an additional code. Let's understand this in more detail. When diabetes occurs due to removal of pancreas, there is lack of insulin production. So here the correct coding will be, first we need to assign from the E13 category, that is secondary diabetes mellitus, and then we need to assign E89.1, post-procedural hypoinsulinemia, and after that we need to assign Z90.41, acquired absence of pancreas. Why this sequencing? Because if you go to E89.1 code, there you can find code first if applicable instruction. Let us see an example. A patient underwent total pancreatectomy and now presents with diabetes mellitus due to lack of insulin. Physician documented post-pancreatectomy diabetes mellitus. So here the correct coding will be, first we need to assign E13.9, other specified diabetes mellitus without complications, and then E89.1, post-procedural hypoinsulinemia, and Z90.41 for acquired absence of pancreas. Let's move to the next guideline, and that is secondary diabetes mellitus due to drugs. Secondary diabetes may be caused by adverse effect of correctly administered medications, poisoning, or sequel of poisoning. Let's understand this guideline in more detail. Secondary diabetes mellitus may be caused by medications in three situations as per this guideline. First, due to an adverse effect of correctly administered medications, where the drug is taken properly but still leads to diabetes. Second, due to poisoning. Third, due to sequel of poisoning, where diabetes develops later as a long-term effect after poisoning. Let us see an example. A patient develops diabetes after long-term steroid use. Patient documented steroid-induced diabetes mellitus. So here the correct coding will be, first we need to assign E09.9, drug or chemical-induced diabetes mellitus without complications, and then T38.0x5A, adverse effect of glucocorticoids and synthetic analogs. Let's move towards the next coding guideline, and that is obesity. The obesity codes in category E66, overweight and obesity, includes codes related to the cause of the obesity, such as drug-induced obesity, and codes related to effects of obesity, such as morbid obesity with alveolar hypoventilation. There are other codes related to obesity in other categories of the classification, such as E88.82, obesity due to disruption of MC4R pathway, and codes in the fifth character subcategory O99.21, obesity complicating pregnancy, childbirth, and puerperium. Let's understand this guideline in more detail. Category E66 is used to code conditions related to overweight and obesity. Some E66 codes explain the cause, meaning why the patient became obese. For example, patient became obese due to long-term steroid use. Code E66.1, drug-induced obesity, need to be coded first, and then the adverse effect code T38.0x5A, adverse effect of glucocorticoids and synthetic analogs, initial encounter. Some codes show what complications happen because of obesity. For example, the patient has morbid obesity and develops alveolar hypoventilation. So we need to code E66.2, morbid obesity with alveolar hypoventilation. So this code represents both the condition and its complication. Not all obesity related codes are found in category E66. Some are located in other categories. For example, E88.82 is used for obesity due to disruption of MC4R pathway, and O99.21 is used when obesity complicating pregnancy, childbirth, and puerperium. Let's move towards the next guideline, and that is obesity class. The obesity class codes in subcategory E66.81 obesity class requires a fifth character to convey the severity of obesity. The obesity class should be documented in the medical record by the provider for these codes to be assigned. The obesity class codes can be reported with other obesity codes in the classification found in Chapter 4 and 15 to fully describe the condition. However, if both Class 3 obesity and morbid obesity are documented, only a code for Class 3 obesity should be assigned as it is more specific. Let's understand this in more detail. Codes under E66.81 are used to show the class of obesity. As you can see here, E66.811 is for obesity class 1, E66.812 for obesity class 2, and E66.813 for obesity class 3. The provider must clearly write the class in the documentation. These obesity class codes can be used along with other obesity codes from Chapter 4 and 15 to give complete details of the condition. For example, a 28-year-old pregnant patient in her third trimester is seen for routine checkup. The provider documents obesity complicating pregnancy, class 1 obesity. So here the correct coding will be, first we need to assign O99.213, obesity complicating pregnancy third trimester, and then E66.811 for obesity class 1. Now let us see how to correctly code when both morbid obesity and class 3 obesity are documented. So in this situation, we do not assign morbid obesity code, we only assign class 3 obesity code as it is more specific.
Please like, share and subscribe to Expert Medical Coding. Thanks for watching.